Alright, looks like we're live. What's up, Vanillix? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I know this one was a bit off normal schedule and a bit unplanned, but I wanted to get a stream in this week. Couldn't get one in Thursday. Hopefully next week I can start kind of getting back to a bit more of a usual schedule. Not exactly sure what it's going to be. But yeah, how you doing? How you doing? I haven't actually added anything back to the stream layout-wise, obviously. The Forbidden One, welcome. How are you doing today? Yeah, so I was working on, frantically working on as the stream started, trying to get the encounter number back. I might continue working on that a bit. Shiny Lucario Gaming on, Derpy Dog, Saito, welcome to the stream, guys. How's everybody doing today? Like I was saying, I am going to be continuously looking up and typing stuff, because I'm going to be trying to get the, adjust to be a bit more in camera. Yeah, there we go. Trying to get a bit more of the layout back. I'm trying to get the encounters set back up. So I'm going to be writing that script again, because again, it's lost. Everything is lost from the old computer. So, working on that. Yeet, yeet, welcome. It's been a while. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, so I'm gonna be working on a script as well, a little bit. Hopefully, so we can get some kind of encounter number up in the stream by the end of it. It's not gonna be accurate, seeing as I've done encounters for this on and off stream. So probably what it'll end up being is just kind of an estimate more so, see how many we get in a stream. It's been a year since you watched me. Well, I'm glad you're back, man. Glad you're back. Haven't seen a stream in a while. Good. Glad to see you here, man. When you realize Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a sequel to Rise. Oh, I said it was a prequel? Really? I guess I hadn't seen anything to have assumed it was a prequel. I just assumed it was going to be a sequel. So you like movies name every film. See, this is why I don't like movies. It takes too much effort, right? Allison Salisbury, but you changed it to Yeet. Good to see you, Allison. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I didn't recognize Yeet, but I assume when you said, it's been a year, it's like, yeah, names change in that time. Really want to switch, but what games did you get for it? I'm assuming Pokemon, but what other stuff? Alright. I'm just gonna copy this. Yeah, because I gotta get the script that I was using before working again. Fortunately, I found that on the internet. I didn't make that myself, which is at least nice in regards to the fact that I can go and find it again, and the only thing I have to change is a couple little things I need to change for it. Remember when I only had 30 subs? So long ago. So long ago. Now we're way up from that. I haven't checked the number in a bit. I don't 100% know what the exact number is at the moment. I think YouTube's a bit more, vague on what the number is, too. Yo, what's going on, Pika-sum? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Got Pokemon Shield for Christmas and completed it in 8 days. Nice! Yeah, I think I completed the story in, 3 days, but I, took the day off work the next day and played it all weekend. So, I knew that I was going to be beating it quickly. That was the whole goal. Yeah. But awesome. You enjoy it? I'm assuming you enjoyed it if you beat it that quickly. Ever eat a frozen Thin Mint? I have, actually. They're pretty good. I'm not the biggest Thin Mint fan, but if you have to have it, out of the fridge or out of the freezer. Did I participate in Piplup Community Day? I haven't played Pokemon Go since Gen 8 came out. I know that probably is weird, but, I don't know. All the hype leading up to Gen 8 coming out, despite controversies and stuff, just the excitement of new Pokemon games, I knew I was taking the day off to play it, all this stuff. I don't know, right around then was probably, the peak of me playing Pokemon for a while, and it dipped off a good bit after that, just because a lot of games came out then, and a lot of stuff happened in, the months of December and January. It's I haven't played a lot of Pokemon in any regards. But yeah, I was playing Pokemon Go every single day. I think a lot of it with Pokemon Go is I was super close to getting the gold gym badge on the gym that I can hit from my office. So I was like, oh, hey, I'll play that at lunch and stuff, and I'll get my rank up there. And I was playing through X, or Y, I forget. I was playing through X, yeah. I just finished X, so I was working on the Pokedex. So like I was doing all this Pokemon stuff. Gen 8 came out, I did that, I built my competitive team, and then like holidays happened, and I've been playing like Link's Awakening, and I got a new computer, and I just got a VR headset last weekend, so like all these other newer games I've been playing. So I haven't done a lot of Pokemon recently. I do need to get back into Go. It is a little bit chilly out right now, so I don't know if I'd do it right now, but maybe I can get back into it for like next community day. We'll have to see. I chose Sobble as a starter. I chose, obviously, Scorbunny. It was the first time I've ever chosen a fire type as my like main starter. I got 100 encounters and no shiny. Oh, that is unfortunate, man. Yo, Alan, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Just like the mints, you like the coconut ones. I am personally a fan of the Tagalongs, and I think Savannah Smiles is what they're called. The lemon ones. The peanut butter and lemon ones, whichever versions of those exist from year to year, because I think they changed the lemon ones at one point, but those are my favorites. Pokemon Home comes out sometime this month. I heard about it. I saw the pricing, and I was kind of like, because what, it seems like there's some kind of like free version that gives you very basic access, I think. And then like you have the full version, it's like, it's like super expensive because that's on top of Nintendo Switch Online. But like I'm not super duper excited. I was already planning on not getting Home. That just wasn't something I was interested in doing. Yeah, so that's just a thing that's kind of like, oh hey, that happened, but personally I ended up not super interested in it. One second, you guys, I gotta get the file path for the new counting script. Yeah, for anyone just joining, I am trying to add in the yeah, I'm trying to get the counting number back up and working. Sorry about the little bit of a delay here. Just while I'm working on this. There we go. I think. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a couple more encounters here, then I should try to get the script working some more. I wanted to smash your head into a concrete wall when trying to evolve Yamask in Shield because you wanted to use it in your team. That's such a... Oh, Yamask evolving into Renugius, I think is how you pronounce it. That was a ridiculous one, right? Like, oh, you take it to this area when its health is below a certain point. It was like... It's cool, and I do like that. I do like having these non-standard evolution types in games. You know, Inkay had the, like, turning the 3DS over. Not as big of a fan of, like, a Selgor. The ones was like, you have to trade certain Pokemon, but I mean, it mixes it up a little bit. But this is coming from someone who's not a super big fan of trade Evos in general. I like to try to complete my decks as by myself as I can, and I cannot do that with trade Evos, somewhat. Mad because you want to restart your X file, but you have a lot of shiny Pokemon and don't have bank. Yeah, that's a problem. Going to a college visit tomorrow? Nice. That should be fun, man. Narrowing down your list at all, or is this like kind of what you're doing the visits for? Went 2 weeks hunting on a Ho-Oh and got after 200,000 encounters. That's a crazy number, man. That's crazy, dude. 200,000. Wow, man. That's an insane number right there. Props to you. What game was it in, though? I think that also changes it a little bit, but I mean, 200,000 no matter what is way beyond odds. I got a random shiny Joltik Monday, and it was full odds Joltik. It's level 100 now, and you didn't evolve it. I gotcha. I still have the Pokerusk Rookies, maybe. I haven't given any more away. I don't know the exact rules on Pokerus, and it may be gone. It may have been non-contagious now. Theoretically, though, yes. I don't know. I haven't played the game. Like I did those giveaways. I forget when I did those. Even. Like was that back in December? That was back in December, right? Yeah, back when I did that. And I just haven't touched him since then. Survived midterms. That's awesome to hear. That's great to hear. Let's narrow down. This is probably the one you're going to. Okay. Nice, nice. So it's like going to visit it, check it out, make sure and everything. Not a very big fan of trade evos, definitely not, because you don't have friends. Aw, man. For me, it's like, I am lucky that my friends also have Switches and also have Pokemon, so like it made those trades easier with Sword and Shield. Let's Go was definitely an issue. My friends like did not like the idea of those games and did not buy those games, so I was the only one in my friend group who had it, which meant I couldn't do trade evos for a while. And also, no, the bigger issue was I didn't have Switch Online at that time. I did not have Switch Online when I got Let's Go Pikachu. So because of that, yeah, I couldn't, yeah, I didn't have a way to like actually get any trade evos unless I did local trading. And that time still at school, most of my friends at school didn't even have Switches. Ultramoon full odds. Dang. I don't even... That's like 50 times odds or something? What should you go for in Oras, Ralts? You're hunting Lugia and Moon. Best of luck on Lugia there. Hey, we're on the same page. Ralts. If you can hunt in Hoenn, hunt for Ralts. Yo, Meaty Man, welcome to the stream. The Milcery have a higher chance of being shiny in the event raids. I do not know. I think the event raids only determine Gigantamax, right? Or like make Gigantamax more likely? Or am I mistaken on that? I don't know 100%. I haven't done many raids. Outside of, I did some raids to get like the TRs by myself, but I haven't actually like spent time raiding. Been suffering in middle school, it's so hard, very scary. Hey, but you're making it through it, like you said, you survived. Or no, okay, that was, you have similar avatar to Yeet. But hey, you're gonna get through middle school, man. I promise. It definitely, honestly, middle school is the toughest. Having been through college and everything now, middle school is the toughest of them all. So, you're gonna get through it, man. Yo, Epic Nugget Epic, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? School is pressuring you to choose a college to go to. You're in 9th grade. That's early. That's way early, man. Like 10th grade is when you start thinking about it, but you don't really like lock it down until like really the idea should be like that you're able to just apply to a bunch of them and stuff, right? Like yeah, 9th grade's still a point where like you should be figuring out what you want to even do, and you need to know that before you choose a school. So I've survived middle school. If you can, then you can. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can find another Skwovet here. There we go. The raids come with 2 new toppings for Milcery, a purple ribbon, and something that is rainbow. So it's like a limited edition one? Why must they do this to me? Why? Can you like breed for the special aspect? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have to do. Let's... Aha, that's what happened. I somehow copied way more of this than I would have wanted to. Sorry about that. This is not currently. Sorry again for people who are just joining. I am currently trying to get my encounter counter working again, and I have. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna add this to the stream real quick. I don't know what I'm gonna put it at. I remember you probably don't, because your name has changed. Yeah, I can't exactly remember a name I haven't seen yet, but probably remember your old name. I try my best to. Alright, I'm gonna add. Alright, 1 second, guys. I am, like I said, I'm figuring out a little bit more about, or I'm trying to get at least one more thing on the layout. That's kind of my goal for every day of these streams, or every stream, is to have at least one other part of it back. Okay. Now Paint.net's trying to update. Ah! That's not what I was hoping for. I'm just gonna do that for now. Okay. So I'm gonna update this file to just like 600 or something. We'll run with that. Boom, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna run with this number for now. We'll try to keep more up to date with it in the future. We're just gonna start at 600. Alright, Jeremiah. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome, dude. Good to see you. Good to see you. I definitely remember you. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to work on making it better, but there is a number now. There's a number to somewhat keep track of this, and it updates. It updates, which is a good thing. Want the star topping for your shiny Milcery? I want all the toppings for my shiny Milcery. So it's kind of sad that I might not be able to get it. Let me try to catch up. You're doing a Nuzlocke for Oras right now, but once you finish, you'll hunt for Ralts. Awesome, dude. Best of luck with the Nuzlocke. Sorry to hear it. You eat. Got the anxiety attack. I mean, yeah, middle school can be rough. I think that's like one of those points where everyone's kind of mean to each other, and then like people are also very mean to themselves at that time. I don't know. It's those weird. It's not fun years to be around a whole bunch of people who are also going through those not fun years. Yeah. So anyone who is in middle school, you will get through it. High school is better, college is better, everything. Middle school is some of the roughest time. So props to you for getting through it. Props to everyone else who has gotten through it. Let me try to keep catching up. Lag? Is there lag? Like actual lag? There are some things I do need to deal with as far as I think some of the lag might have been my computer freaking out because Paint.net like forced me to update it because I opened it. And it was like, hey, now that you've updated, or now that you've opened me, I'm going to update. Yo, Cinder, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Have fun hunting 49 Milcery. Yee. Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be a rough one. But I want to do it. I want to do it at some point. For you, the lag for you, not for me. Okay. Okay. I need to figure out the exact lighting on the screen. I don't know if you'll probably see it here when I like leave a battle or something, or whenever the screen goes to a solid color. I can't see it as much now. For a second there, like you could really see it, and also my computer is chugging on something. Or the capture's chugging. I think that's what we decided last time, was my capture card overheats a little bit in the unfortunate position it's in. Figured out the audio issues. Like, what do you mean? As far as being able to capture and hear audio and stuff, I have no sound right now. I am just rebuilding my layout still. I've been very distracted by other things and haven't focused as much on streaming this past month. So yeah, I was missing all my layouts. It's why I have no layout now, and I'm just green screening myself in. As I just straight up have no layout. It wasn't until 5 minutes ago that I added that little counter number up there that isn't accurate because I just put it at 600. Yeah, so I'm just rebuilding stuff slowly at the moment. Stopped playing Pokemon Shield like 3 months ago. I gotta catch up on the game you're gonna play right now. Go for it, man. I've also kind of stopped playing for a bit. I didn't play it all over the holidays. I really didn't play between the last stream I did before going on a break and the first stream I did back after the break. And yeah, something's really not happy here with this capture setup. I see people talking about relationships in middle school and early high school and stuff, and yeah, those can be interesting because neither of you really know what's going on. But I mean, that's kind of an important thing to have, I guess, in a way, right? You gotta learn somehow. So those ones are always funky. They're really just learning experiences more than anything. Yeah, the capture card's kind of toasty. I'm gonna have to work on that. Because it's not my computer. My computer's handling the video fine, the webcam fine, aside from... I gotta get the lighting right, because you can see the line right where my hand goes out of frame. You can see that box at the corners here on. You can see that line all the way around, especially when the screen isn't super... or when the screen's a solid color. So I gotta get that worked out. Oof. Yo, the Forbidden One, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that so much, man. Thank you. Dono Hype. Dono Hype is real. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, man, that's another thing I totally forgot that I don't have. I don't have stream labels installed, so I can't see my Streamlabs notifications. So if anyone has subbed or done anything through Streamlabs or done anything that would normally be a notification on stream, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Going over to your friend's house for the Super Bowl? His parents are making hot wings. Ooh, those will be good. Do I have a Dragapult? Not shiny, but I have a completed Dex. I have a completed Dex. I don't have a living Dex yet, and I don't have nearly as many shinies as I would have thought that I would have had 3-4 months into Sword and Shield being out. But yeah, I don't have that many. I have the Zigzagoon line. I think that's it. I think I only have the Zigzagoon line at the moment. Yeah, I don't have a lot of shinies yet. Give my luck to you. You're giving your luck to me. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully, Cinder mentioned audio stuff. Not the audio stuff I think she was talking about, but how does the audio sound right now? Am I too loud? Is the game too loud? Anything too quiet? Let me know, and I can try to fix it, because, like, as you can see, I'm not wearing any headphones, and I have no sound, so I don't exactly have feedback on this. Alright guys, one thing that I was working on a little bit earlier today, and it's kind of been why I haven't worked a lot on stream stuff, just because for the past week I've been messing around with my new VR headset and playing Beat Saber and such. So hopefully I can do some form of VR streaming soon. That is a goal of mine. I was trying to get it working today, but I am very tall and don't have like something to put my camera on that's tall enough to not cut off my head. How do you get the other wolf if you don't have both games? Confused on that. You don't. You need both games. Last year Christmas money. Oh no. Props to making Christmas money last that long. I've never been that financially responsible. Got a shiny Ice Cube yesterday. I'll send some luck. Well, thank you, Meaty Man. I appreciate it. Doing a shiny lock for Let's Go. 4 hours in and no shiny. Rip. Let's Go hunting was just such a weird kind of hunting. Not in like a bad way or anything. Just like, it was weird. It was super weird. Because you didn't do anything for most of it. Like, it was very strange in that regard. So yeah, I don't know, like, Let's Go is very similar, like, the catch combos are very similar to Masuda for me. Where Masuda method, like, either I get the shiny back to back to back to back to back, like, hey, I spent like a day and I got like 3 shinies or whatever. Or I'll spend months on one because it doesn't show up. And I know, like, RNG, that happens no matter what, but like Masuda method in particular, with catch combos being a close second to that, I feel. Just, I don't know why. Like, sometimes, yeah, I'd get like 3 Caterpies back to back or something. Then I'd go like a week of just like standing in a spot of grass and Nidoran wouldn't show up. Can't get the full Pokedex then. Yeah, some of those version exclusives are unfortunate. Maybe, hopefully you can find someone to trade with, maybe in like Discord or something, that can like trade you, that like also needs the box legend from yours, and like you guys can trade back and forth or something. $44.48 is a community link code for trading Ditto. Really? Like, people have decided on these codes as like, this is this Pokemon? That's kind of clever. That's clever. Props to whoever, you know, thought of that and got that working. Do you mean like, if like it's the first date and then like immediately after that? I mean, like, I would say probably not. That's going on a date, right? That's just like one. That's not like a whole thing. Which doggo do I have? Sword. Whatever its name is. Zacian, I think, is the sword one. That is the one that I have. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Oh, there's someone else in the chat potentially trading with you. Excuse me. Trading on something for my lunch. Gotta go, you have an EX raid battle to catch in Pokemon Go. Best of luck. Best of luck. I've only gotten one ticket to one of those, and I was not able to go, because like I got it way off, hundreds of miles away from where I was gonna be on that day. So I didn't fully realize what like how EX raids work. So I need to find an EX raid gym that's like actually near me. Not what I wanted. So how has everyone's weekend been so far? I know, I guess a lot of people probably have plans for this evening with the Super Bowl and everything. Kind of forgot that was a thing until like last week when people at work started talking about it and stuff, and the trivia that that like no longer happens on Wednesdays now, usually happens on Sundays. Is it like a sports bar? So it's like definitely gonna be crowded, so we decided against it this week. Yo, Loot, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How you been, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Ah, what I needed. Keep making the Pokemon that you want to catch faint with Dragon Pole? Oof. Oof. I mean, do you have something that can learn False Swipe? Because that should fix that. Or just be like me, because I don't know why, but in the wild area, I haven't taught anything False Swipe, I just chuck Pokeballs until I catch it now. Like, I know that's a bad idea, but that's just what I ended up doing for, like, all of my catches in this game. Hey, Beats, what's going on? What are the odds of finding a shiny? I forget what the odds actually get lowered down to, but the base odds are 1 in 4,096 in these games. In older games, it's 1 in 8192 base. But the way it works in Gen 8 is the more of a Pokemon that you... the more of a Pokemon that you encounter and either knock out or catch, like the more times you actually interact with it instead of running away, up to 500 your odds increase of you getting a shiny on any given encounter. I think it gets to like 1 in 512 or something like that. I might be wrong. I think the number might still be a bit higher, depending on if you have the shiny charm or not. So my odds are way lower than 1 in 4,096, but they aren't super good. Alberto, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Gotta go. Alright, see you later. Eat. Thanks for tuning in. Wonder which cereal brand wins the Super Bowl. I'd say Wheaties. They've got all those athletes on their side. Thought shiny charm was 1 in 1,026 or something. Are you talking about like with encounters increase? Because I don't think that would be the case. I think usually what the shiny charm does is it triples your chances of getting a shiny. I think, yeah. So like, it drops it down to whatever like odds is considered usually for people who are doing soft reset hunts for legends in USUM. Like if you watch someone wormhole hunt legendaries, that like 1,365 or whatever, that is odds with charm in the newer games. Going back a gen, it's like 26 something or 27 something. Got a green screen? Yeah. Thanks to some of the donations and super chats and stuff on stream, I was able to get one. So yeah, so I'm trying to use it a bit more. Originally I was using it for like Mario stuff, but then Let's Go hunts kind of ruined the Mario Maker streams because I was stuck in my Let's Go hunts without being able to leave them until I caught stuff. So yeah, didn't do Mario Maker for a bit, but now we have a use for the green screen again with my layout right now, or my non-existent layout really. Yeah, so I gotta figure out the proper thing to deal with that greeny coloring that's happening. Where you can like still see the outline of where the camera is and where the green screen is. Every once in a while it'll go away. Like I think if I like shake the green screen sometimes it like re-catches like, hey, I should probably be filtering that out. But it happens every once in a while. Alright, see you later, Shiny Lucario. Just Shiny Charm. Just Shiny Charm. Yeah, no, exactly. Just Shiny Charm would bring you down to like 1365. Or like 26 or 2700 when talking about Gen 5 and earlier. Or just Gen 5, because that's the only time there's a charm. Don't know where to find False Swipe. I don't know where to get it in Gen 8. I know it was gifted to you pretty early on in Gen 7. I think False Swipe is just a random TM in Gen 8. How's it going, Kashito? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Sad right now. Why is that Forbidden One? Can put memes everywhere. Yeah, just cover the whole layout in memes. Is this full odds? It is not. This is currently, oh, didn't mean to do that. That's also not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's new. I haven't opened this menu since they added the expansion stuff. What was I gonna do? I was gonna show you. I do have all the Skwovet's encountered. Yeah, I do have 501 Skwovet's like encountered and battled. So we are like at the highest odds we can have, especially since I have Shiny Charm and everything. So I think this is like 1 in 512 or something. I think that's what it comes out to. There's Rowlet fan art all over the screen. So much of it, but the only thing you can see on the stream aside from Rowlets is like where the shiny sparkles would happen. That's it. Nothing else. Now, blue shelled Mario Kart 7, how unfortunate. Did you know they make a racing wheel for Mario Kart? And not like the one that, you know, you stick a Joy-Con or you stick a Wiimote into. Like an actual mount to your desk with like force feedback and a pedal wheels. Like, did you know they made that for Mario? For Mario Kart? Because I was looking at ones, like actual ones for like sim racing. And I came across it and I was very tempted. Juan Manuel Garcia, you'll work on the weekends. Good luck on the hunt. Thank you for the super chat, man. Best of luck with work. Hopefully it's not too busy today. Hopefully you aren't working at like a restaurant where it's gonna be super packed for Super Bowl stuff. Yeah, man. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, everyone show Juan some love in the chat. What are your opinions on the Sword DLC? I would prefer if we had gotten an Emerald or Platinum-esque game that had it. Really what I would prefer is that this was content included in the game by default. But that ship has sailed. Barring that, next on my list down is like getting an Emerald or Platinum type game, getting a third game that has that content in it, but Game Freak has said that no more of those. So can't really say anything about that. Below that is the DLC and expansion passes, and below that is another use-some type situation. Something like Black 2, White 2 is different. That's a different game, basically, that just happens in the same region. So I can't really, like, be like, oh, no, that's bad. But, like, yeah. So I would say it's better than getting another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon type situation with, like, shiny sword and resilient shield or whatever the heck you want to call it. It's better than getting that, because that's a stupid idea. It's when the games are $60 and people are already kind of upset that there are two $60 games, that, you know, people weren't very happy with the prices of the games in the first place. They're not going to pay for 2 new games that just have the $30 worth of content in them. So I think it's not the worst situation that could have happened, but it's not my favorite outcome that could have come from it. I haven't seen anything beyond the video that looped awkwardly long in the direct. I really have I've been out of Pokemon recently. I need to reacquaint myself with some of the stuff that's been happening so I can be up to date on it. I am excited for Mystery Dungeon though. That'll be fun. Yeah, Miranda Decker, welcome to the stream. Is Delphox going to be in the DLC? I have no clue. I'd really like for like the DLC to just let every Pokemon in. So here's the thing. Here's what I would think would be smart for Game Freak is it's kind of been decided at this point that the real reason for all the Mons not being in this game isn't like because it was like a quality issue, or it ended up being a quality issue, but not because like that was how it was decided from the start. Like it was some issue where like the importer broke and they couldn't actually import most of the Pokemon. So like at this point, it'd be smart for them to fix that now that the game's out and add all of the Mons back in. Like at least, maybe not even add them in like, oh, they're on this island, now you can catch them, but just like in the sense of like, but now you can bring them all in. I think that would be the smartest thing they could do, but who knows if that's actually what's happening. I know they're adding more in, I just don't think they're adding all of them in. Work at Dollar Tree, bye-bye. Alright, see you later, Juan. M. Bowen, welcome to the stream. Xander the OG, how's it going? How many shinies do I have? Over 200 overall, only 3 so far in Sword and Shield. I haven't done a lot of hunting. Most of what I did the first few weeks that Sword and Shield was out was build a competitive team. For the first time I've ever built a competitive team in Pokemon. So that was very fun, so I was very sidetracked by that. Then I found all 3 of the Zigzagoon line, shiny, so now I have those. And that's really all I have. Since then I've been playing Link's Awakening and playing some more PC games. So I haven't played it nearly as much, but like in Pokemon Sun I have over 200 shinies. And so you start combining that and it's probably closer to 300 at this point. But I don't have an exact number at the moment. Garchomp Games, how's it going, dude? Long time no see indeed. How you been? How you been? Dono hype. Always hype for the donos. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Gaming On. Gen 8's kind of underwhelming, but plenty to prove. Honestly, the Pokemon in Gen 8 I love. The new designs, for sure, I love. The region, the idea of the region is great. It's a bit linear, obviously. I personally, this goes against the grain, at least, of everyone at launch. I don't know how people feel about it now as much. I'm personally not the biggest fan of how the wild area is implemented. A lot of people are like, oh, it's great, it needs to be more of the game. My only complaint is that it was too small. It's like, no, it was big. It was very big. I'm also a stick in the mud and tend to like things not changing very much very quickly. So for me, the idea of dropping traditional random, like truly random encounters and doing all this stuff and then making open world and everything like was neat, but not my favorite thing. Yeah, so like water neat, but I don't think it needed to get bigger. I don't think it needs to get bigger, basically is what that is. Overall, like, not my favorite Pokemon games. They're cool. They're better than I think a lot of people were kind of saying they would be. They're me being one of those people, admittedly. But at the same time, yeah, like they're not the greatest Pokemon games. They're not going to be like saying everyone should go and buy these. Like, if it's the definitive Pokemon experience, because it's not. But if you want Pokemon on the Switch, they're the best option you got. Pokemon Home is expensive. You have to pay for mobile and Switch, like separately. Really? See, I'm just not getting it. That's part of my thing with the. I think I've said this. You can probably I'm fairly certain you can go back to my streams pre-Gen 8, and you can hear me say, I'm going to get the games because of the channel and because it's Pokemon. Anyone who was the most upset about Dexit and all the other little issues is someone who cared enough to already be focusing and know about these issues in the first place. Like, anyone who was super upset and saying they would boycott the games probably didn't. Unless you just don't have a Switch in general. So I was upset, but I wasn't going to boycott the games. I am not getting home, though. That's just, I have no need for it, and I would rather not be paying a subscription service to hook a game that I'm kind of meh about to other games. Maybe in the future, if it gets cheaper, like way cheaper, or free, which it won't be free. It's way too expensive for something that I would use like Bank, and I don't even use Bank. I have Bank, but I don't use it. That's a first for competitive, right? Like, I had never done competitive before this. Pokemon Home's okay, don't like how you have to pay $10 more. By the way, do I have a new schedule? I don't really have a schedule at the moment. I made one a while back that was like Tuesday, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays. Obviously, this is none of those days. Yeah, I don't really have a schedule at the moment. I'm just gonna kind of fly by the seat of my pants for a bit. He's like super casual about the streams. And just gonna work on making sure that I have fun doing them. Because I enjoy the streams. I always enjoy the streams, but there are definitely times where it's like I was exhausted from work, and what would happen is I'd get home and then it'd be like, it's Thursday, I gotta stream. And like, I don't want to be like that about streams. I don't want to be like, I have to do this. I was like, I don't want to, but I have to. Because like, I did enjoy them. It was just a matter of like, I don't know. There are some days where I just want to come home and either sit and play a different game, or I just want to come home and sit on the couch and play games without talking. You know? So I don't really think I'm going to have a schedule for a bit. I'm going to be experimenting with more games. That's going to be something that definitely happens. Since now, I have a computer that can handle streaming games that it is currently playing. That was something I couldn't do with my old one. It would just kind of crash. So I can do that. I can now do VRs. That opens up a whole new realm of games. That'll be fun. There's a free version at home. Yeah, it's like got a bunch of limits on it or something. But it does exist. So I think that makes sense for home. Like, I did see that. It's very limited or something. Like, either it's like a max that you can have in home at any given time, or it's like a max you can transfer in per month or something, or both. And I think that's an okay idea, because I think there's a lot of people who probably already didn't like Bank for this reason, and it's kind of the reason I didn't like, kind of the reason I ended up buying Bank was almost solely for the process of like, I need to transfer some Pokemon between Sun and Moon, or USUM and Sun, or something. Like, to complete my decks in USUM, I didn't go and catch a whole living dex again. I just used Bank to mass transfer my living decks from Sun into USUM, and then back. So that's definitely like, so that's a good option, I guess, to now like have a free version for those casual users of home. But I'm not paying for it. There's no way I'm paying the ridiculous. It's because of the way that I get Nintendo Switch Online. Like, a bunch of my friends, we have like a family plan thing, so like we pay each like less than $5 a year or something. So to have like a $10 a year subscription or whatever triples my cost of Switch Online. And I'm not for that. I think you guys already know, if you guys have been around the channel back when Switch Online was first kind of like revealed with its full extent, I don't like online subscription services. I already pay for internet, kind of, but that's a whole different boat. But I already have like an internet bill. I don't want to pay to use another device that I already also bought on the internet. So that's a whole other deal. So yeah. Generally, I'm already against subscription-esque services. I like a one-and-done fee thing. Yeah, so just adding more and more onto the list of number of subscriptions I need to pay to use a service, I tend to fall away from it. You gotta use the cheese in competitive even though you don't know a thing about competitive. I don't know if there really is cheese. I feel like any cheesy strategy gets pretty countered pretty easily. Definitely for Pokemon Home, being able to access it with your phone is great, plus it has the GTS and stuff. I feel that. Yeah, like it is kind of neat that it does work with phones. It's just, I don't know. I don't have much of a use for it. Want a Wii because of Wii Sports. Wii Sports and like Wii Sports Resort. Fun games. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys must have heard of him because he does like a whole bunch of Micro Vita. Like Nitro, he did the, I think he was the first person to beat Odyssey in under an hour, but most of the streams that he does are like Wii Play and Wii Sports and all these kind of things. I'm getting so much nostalgia watching like his like stream highlights that he uploads to YouTube just because like I haven't played Wii Sports in so long. The OGs assemble, yeah. So many here. I feel like a lot of you guys couldn't make the late night Tuesday, Thursday streams, so I'm glad I can have a bit of an earlier one on a weekend now. Isn't it $15 for a year? Something like that. Something like that. I could do Tomb Raider? I could. It would be weird to do Rise now. Maybe Shadow, though. Like how loud my water bottle is, guys? Like it has a little hole in the top. Yeah, so we can get some air back into it. You're not like trying to suck water out against a vacuum or anything, but the hole's so tiny that it whistles. Yo, Mike F, how's it going, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, other games are definitely on the table. Do Shadow? I'll need to get Shadow. It might be a little bit. I'm gonna finish Rise. I have a whole bunch of games in my library I haven't been able to play in years. So here's the thing. I have a whole bunch of AAA titles that I need to play now, but they're like AAA titles from 2015, 2016. More so 2016. Just because what happened is I built my computer mid-2015. That was right before I started college. And it was top of the line then. And then summer 2016, the RAM died in it. Or one of the 6 of RAM died in it, and I never got it replaced. I was super lazy. But it started continuously having issues with certain games where like it would just crash because of that. Or like it already wouldn't run as well as I wanted to. Just because it's like, so I didn't end up playing it because I kind of wanted the experience to be the best experience it could be. So I held off on a lot of games. Rise of the Tomb Raider is one that I could play, but was really choppy on my old computer, but runs pretty well on my new one. Just Cause 3 is a game that I loved playing, but I guess it's some memory problem because it just kept crashing when my computer was missing that RAM stick. So now I can play that. So I'm gonna probably be playing that after Rise. Along with that, I think there's just a bunch of games that I haven't touched in my library. So it's probably gonna be a bit before I get newer games. Shadow is early on that list though, since I do have the other 2 in that trilogy. I don't know if a third or a fourth one's on the way. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Unless like Shadow definitively ends it somehow. Yeah, but it'll be fun to play some newer games and stuff on stream. Yo, Wolfo, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hunting be like that. Hunting's always funky. Do challenge tombs in Rise? True. There's so much of the game I haven't explored because we've talked about this before. GameShare, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. But I'm not a big fan of anything in the horror genre. I know I'm going to cut off the Tomb Raider's not horror because I know it's not. But it feigns it at some points. Like it tries to kind of twist it into like occasionally having a small little not jump scare but like jump startle. At least the first one in the trilogy did. Rise hasn't had it nearly as much, but it's faked it like it's gonna happen enough for me to just be like, it's like, for me it's like 9:45 at night. I don't want to like be walking through this like cave I don't need to be walking through, so I just go back to the main story. So I haven't done like half the challenge tombs. I also feel like a lot of them require backtracking with certain items now compared to before. How's it going, Grungy? How you doing, man? Hope you've been doing well. Sorry for the choppiness that is the game at the moment. I don't know why it's doing that. I gotta figure that out. I think that's capture card issues. It's capture card or Switch, so I'm gonna give the Switch some more breathing room, give the capture card breathing room of any kind. This is something that I also need to do. I'm looking to get a new desk. Build a new desk. Like, not get, but like, make a custom one. Because my setup is kind of weird, so it's hard to like have a desk that just works. Finish getting your own Skwovet 5-egg Masuda method. 5 eggs? Really? According to Square, Shadow ends the reboot trilogy. It would make sense, but I don't know. The reboot trilogy is done so well. I'd be very surprised if that was the last Tomb Raider. And I love the puzzle platformers like that. All them frames. You can see every single one. Still in awe that a person can have so many shinies over 200 is bonkers. That is all I did for like the second half of sophomore year of college was shiny hunt. Any moment I wasn't in a lecture, I was shiny hunting. I would legit get home, maybe like get food on the way home, go sit at my desk, watch Netflix, shiny hunt, go to bed, wake up, walk to class, sit outside the class for 15 minutes before it starts, shiny hunt, finish the class, go get food like for lunch or whatever, sit down, eat the food while shiny hunting until the next class. And that is what I did for like 4 months of my life, was just shiny hunt. Like right before I started streaming, like right after that is when I started streaming. So yeah, that's why. I was averaging a shiny a day for that time, and then you guys have seen a bunch on stream because I've been streaming for 2 years. 2.5 years now, that's crazy to think. Yeah, so I mean, it just kind of comes with the amount of time I put into it, which is an unhealthy amount probably. Been doing good, sophomore year is getting in the way of content, so you've been busy. I get that, man, I get that. Work's been getting in the way of my stuff a little bit as far as streaming, but can't complain, it pays the bills, and does slowly get me some stuff that I'll be able to do fun streams with. Like I've been saying, and I will continue to repeat, I have a Rift S now. I want to do some VR streams. 5 eggs. Wolfo, that is crazy, man. Congrats on that, dude. That is crazy, man. But yeah, sometimes it happens though. Like Masuda method for me. I've said it so many times, is like, it's either the like quickest shiny hunting method you'll ever do. You'll get 4 shinies in a day, or it'll take you 4 months to get something, despite the odds still being 1 in 512. Just, I don't know why it works that way. Shadow's really good so far, haven't completed it yet. I'm like at 98% or something on the original reboot Tomb Raider. Rise, I'm like 55% or whatever, like the bare minimum completion is for like being in the final boss gauntlet, like legit in the gauntlet. I think like the second stage of it or something. Might even be the final stage. I don't want to like, I can't hit that last shot. I don't know. I can't get the angle right. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about, but like, I don't want to say anything if there are people who haven't played it on the stream and are in the middle of playing it. I don't know. It's a very old game. Very old, and like 4 years old, but like, it's an older game. Yeah, so there's a couple things like so it's that, and then I gotta go back and get all the tombs and all the collectibles and stuff and achievements and everything. Yeah, I've been trying to go back and get some more completionist stuff done in other games aside from Pokemon recently. I wish you could shiny hunt all day anymore. Did a lot in the Virizion days, but now you're just too anxious about wasting time, even if it's not really a waste of time. Yeah, I mean, having fun's not a waste of time, but there are probably better things I could have done with those 4 months. I think everyone here could agree the amount of time I put into it was a bit crazy. I mean, it can be worth it. It can be worth it, just depending on what else you're doing. They recently released a definitive edition for Shadow. What's different about it? Yeah, Tomb Raider teases the spooky, but it's not the spooky. Exactly. But there's like always one time that it is the spooky, and you're like, ooh, what if that is this time? Right? And I don't know. Me, like, late at night, like, is like, I don't want to even deal with the remote attempt at attempting to, like, fake being spooky. It's like, nope, I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's my entire thing with that. I also do find it really funny with Rise. I don't know if Original 1 did it this much. I don't know if Shadow does it more or less, but it's funny being able to clearly tell where the pre-rendered cutscenes are by how much lower the quality of the game gets. I think that's like the peak of game performance, is like, this cutscene was rendered to look really nice, but the game already runs better for me. Like, those are the funny moments, when like the frame rate cuts in half, the resolution cuts in half, it gets super grainy, and like, this is pre-rendered. Edited a fun video this morning and got it up on your channel. What mic do I use? I have an Audio-Technica AT2020 with a Euphoria UMC 22 amp by Behringer. Or not. I guess, yeah, it is amp. That's also not what I wanted to add an encounter for. They do make an AT2020 that is a USB mic. That one should work just fine for most things. I don't know, I also had some headphones and stuff I wanted the feedback for. One of my friends has the USB version of the 2020. This is the mic. So you wanted to see the back of it at least. It's worked well for me over the past, gosh, I guess also 2 years now. Because I used that, I had the Blue Yeti that I used starting streaming through like, I got this mic at Christmas after the first year I started streaming. So I've used this one for a while. It's continued to work. College makes you do weird stuff. College is a weird but very fun time. Very fun. Have you heard of Digimon World 1 for the PS1? I have not. I don't follow anything Digimon. That part, well, it has all the DLC. Okay. This is spoopy. Yeah, it was a typo. I had to follow along with the typo. Frames dropped and it's pre-rendered. Yeah. I don't know how well it runs on Xbox One, but yeah, I have it running like mostly ultra settings, 1440p, and it's stable around 50 to 60, with dips to 40 depending on what it's doing, but my monitors handle that pretty well. Game sure you're hunting shiny hunting Charmander and no luck. Sorry I didn't see that message earlier, but best of luck with the Charmander, my friend. Didn't know until now that Rise released on the 360 for some weird reason. That's why it's so low. Like, it's probably very high texture quality for the resolution that it can run at, but it has to be like that for the 360. Getting the XLR version for your birthday and getting a good mixer, which I think is also Behringer, so you may be getting my exact mic setup. Possibly. Yeah, because this is the XLR. Yeah, so it's a... Yeah, I guess it's as much a mixer as an amp, but it doesn't... It only has the one plug, or the one XLR in. It has a polar 1/4 inch in, and a 1/4 inch out, which I use for my headphones. But I mean, hey, it's a really good setup for the cost, especially. Like, you can spend thousands of dollars on microphones and stuff for that perfect studio quality or whatever, but like, I already, right now, have the ice machine running in the background of, like, in my fridge. Like, I'm not exactly going for the most high quality of recording setups. I think that's why it took them over a year to port it to PS4. It definitely affects the development when you have a game that, like, contractually or for whatever reason has to be developed for the lower console. So I think that's something that with the new Xbox, I guess is just called Xbox again, which is terrible. But the new Xbox, like any Microsoft partner developers, I believe, have to also develop the game to run on the Xbox One day one, which just makes it where the games aren't gonna be for the next gen console. How's the chipmunk yelling at me? I was just very excited to see me, I guess. Wanted a Shure SM7B, but don't have enough money to spend on that. Sure, so that's expensive. It's great quality, but it's expensive. AT2020 is like a very common go-to mic when it comes to like high-end amateur content creation. It's like a weird category to have, but it's like You're not like some audio enthusiast, but you also want something that's like on a boom and like actually sounds good. Because what I've run into, and I think a lot of people run into, is you get a Blue Yeti, because that's like the streaming microphone, and it's all in one, and it's just plug and play and stuff, and it's great for that. And then you set it on your desk and hit your desk, and it goes thunk into the microphone, and you're like, dang it. And then you look, and every single one of these boom arms that you find, like this boom arm that I have, like just standard boom arm that will plug in, that'll screw into any microphone, but has a massive disclaimer saying it does not work with the Yeti, cannot support the Yeti. And then you have to spend so much for a stand that can hold the Yeti. At that point, you just have this massive microphone that you may as well just get like a AT2020 or something. So I feel like this is always that step that people take when they start going into really high quality condenser microphones, is going to this one. Better than most mics, oh yeah. High quality. The stream with the Arial font with no outline up in the top corner. Fridge looking console. It looks so much like at this point it's just a mini ITX computer that like... And that's kind of what Microsoft's going for at this point, is I think they've kind of started to be like, hey, we can just like have, you know, a Windows 10 PC that hooks up to your computer, or that hooks up to your TV. That's basically what the Xbox is and is turning into, and I'm totally okay with that. Because what it means is a lot more crossplay between like PCs and Xbox, and also means a lot more games just work between PC and Xbox. Like, I think at this point you can go in the Microsoft store and just buy Forza for your PC. Like, that's fun. That's awesome. So I'm okay with Xbox moving towards that. It is funny always seeing like the form factor of consoles kind of change over time. You know, like you go back to the early 2000s, go back to the PS2, or really just go back to like the original PlayStation, and stuff like that, and like the original Xbox and everything. They're all the same form factor as your VHS player. PlayStation was a little bit shorter, but like anything that was front-loading disc, like an Xbox, was the same format as your VHS player. Pretty chunky, but just a horizontal like box. PS2, PS3, and like Xbox 360 and Wii are all like, oh, well, we can lie down, but we can also stand up and look super fancy as a vertical tower system, and you know, all that stuff. And then it's just funny kind of seeing that, and I'm wondering if I'm wondering what the PS5 is gonna be shaped like. Like, if it's gonna look anything like, you know, the standard console that's like a flatter box, or if it's gonna be another fridge type thing. Want to get a better boom arm? Mine was like $10 from Taiwan. Mine's pretty decent. I think the only issue I've ever had with this one is if I pull the arm, like, because it's clamped onto the front of my desk right now. It used to be on the back of my desk, but it was so far away I realized the audio quality was terrible. And I moved it to the front of the desk, and the audio just shot up in quality. I was like, oh, that's good. Let's leave it like this. Which is why it's always like right in front of me now. But like I can't pull the mic beyond the plane of the desk, like, because then it's twisting backwards on the clamp. And that's more of an issue just with clamps in general, because it twists on the clamp and eventually it'll fall off. So the real solution is to drill through your desk and mount it that way. Massive F for Jonah. Jonah's gone through a lot. Even as to where I am in the game. I'm also getting more into racing sims now. So I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to stream those anytime soon. That's a bit more embarrassing if I fail on that. But like, I don't know. I'm so excited to play a lot more of these games that have VR focus to them, like even if they aren't like, you know, Beat Saber type games, even if they're just like Assetto Corsa and Dirt Rally and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, being able to play some of these other games is awesome. I was enjoying it a lot. So I don't know if any of you guys have played the VR stuff, but like, it's so cool. It's so cool. Like, I know it's not anything like brand new at this point. Like, VR's started to be around for a bit of a time now. But it's so cool. Like, just being able to try it out. Do what now? VR games would be hilarious. Yeah, right? I tried, like, I mentioned a bit earlier, I was trying to see if I could get some level of, like, streaming-esque setup going for VR, and the answer was very much a resounding no. What I ran into as an issue was I'm very tall, and I don't have a camera mount that high. And my room isn't the deepest, at least that I'm doing it in, as I do the VR in. Like, I have enough space to do, like, VR as myself, but, like, I don't have space to be able to do the VR and then have a camera. So, it was unfortunate. You have a Vive. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I got the Rift S, because the thing is, like, as much as I kind of preferred, like, the Vive or the Index or something, the Vive isn't made anymore, because the Index exists. And the Index is ridiculously expensive. So, like, the Rift S is good, and it has the... and it does all the inside-out tracking, so I don't have to put any markers anywhere. Oh, it's a Quest. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the Quest is, like, the little standalone one. Yeah, I have the Rift S, which, like, actually, like, plugs into the PC and stuff. So I'm able to play, like, Steam games and everything through it. I was really upset that the first time I tried a racing game with it, I got, like, super motion sick. And I'm trying to work that out of my system. Because, like, I love racing games. And VR makes them that much more realistic. But the problem is, like, playing it like a controller or something isn't very good, because it's basically, like, straightforward or full lock left, full lock right. That's not the smoothest driving. Yo, the Charizard Tamer, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? VR chat would be pretty funny. I haven't tried any of those yet. I've really just been, I've played Beat Saber. I put my headset on for a couple laps on Assetto Corsa with a controller, and that wasn't fun. Or it was fun, but my stomach didn't think it was fun. So I've been trying to, like, ease myself into it with VR now. So I'm playing Beat Saber. Dude, it's a workout. Play like an hour of that a day, and you get all your cardio in. So yeah, that one's been fun. I started adding in some extra songs to it, so I've been playing those. It is interesting seeing the difference in quality between some of, like, the really good custom maps and some of the really bad custom maps. Like, there were a couple songs I was like, oh, this will be so much fun, and then it just had no flow. And it was, like, so hard to hit notes because, like, they were, like, backwards from where they should have been and stuff. VR chat is so strange at times. It's a weird concept, to say the least. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the stream soon though, guys. Feeling it in my voice. Gotta work back into this a bit more. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. I think we'll go to 7:10 for encounters here, and then wrap it up. Probably will see me online playing a bit of Beat Saber later. I quit VR chat, it gets super weird to them. From everything I've seen, yeah. Can't you play VR chat without, like, a VR headset? But it's just really funky. I feel like that was the case, unless I'm thinking of a different one. But it's fun downloading the meme songs on Beat Saber. And even then, just some like the really good maps. Some of the really good custom maps are also super fun. But yeah, then there's even some of them like some of the default maps are ridiculous. Yeah, you can play it without the VR headset. Because I know a lot of people who did play it right when it started, who absolutely did not have VR. Like Uncharted. Yeah, you see, here's the thing. That requires a PlayStation. And I do not own any of the PlayStation systems. I'm lucky I never catch a G-Max, it always escapes. Rip, buddy. Rip. Yeah, I have no doubt that I would enjoy Uncharted. It's just, I can't. I don't have a system that plays it, and like, I can't just be going out and buying various consoles and games right now. Like, I just got the new PC. PS5 can be backwards compatible. That would again require getting a PlayStation. Which, nothing against them, it's just, I don't have a need for it. If the only thing I'd be getting it for is one game, I just can't justify it. What's some good meme Beat Saber levels? I don't know. I feel like a lot of the meme ones I downloaded were kind of meh, but I didn't download any like actual meme ones aside from like Spooky Scary Skeletons. That one was actually really good. It was the same one Omot did the video of. So that was really fun. Look at this, any of the ones that flow well. Lost Apples and G-Max, no! Alright guys, we're gonna do one more encounter here on Skwovet for the day. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hopefully next time I at least have some kind of ending screen to show. So it doesn't just end with me saying bye and then quitting the stream with no like actual fade out. And here we go, final Skwovet of the day. And it is not shiny. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. I don't know exactly when I'll be streaming again. Hopefully sometime next week, not weekend. And then hopefully maybe again on the weekend. I'm not 100% sure though. But it was good hanging out with you guys. If you're watching the Super Bowl, doing anything for that, have fun, enjoy that. Otherwise, just enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good week, and I will see you all next time.